We're only a couple of weeks out until the Royal Rumble 2026 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and the odds-on favourite to win that match is Roman Reigns. And today, in this video, I'll be giving you the reason why I think the Tribal Chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns, should win the 2026 Royal Rumble to go on to fight for a World Championship at WrestleMania 42 in April of 2026. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video. It's going to be awesome to record. Always, remember, smash that subscribe button too, develop the channel, and let's get into this one. So it has now been over a year and a half since Roman Reigns returned to WWE after his long absence since WrestleMania 40. At SummerSlam 2024, he turned up to fight back against Solo Sikoa as he stole the Ulafala from Roman Reigns while Reigns was away, costing him the Undisputed Championship of Cody Rhodes, which of course before that was Roman Reigns' title. But moving on with that, of course Roman Reigns fought the Rogue Bloodline, being the OTC, building up his bloodline and rebuilding himself. On January 6th, nearly a year ago, he won back the Ulafala in the debut of Raw Netflix. Finally, can be called the real Tribal Chief for the first time in over 6 months. And Roman Reigns was finally the leader of the Samoan dynasty once again. He went on to WrestleMania 41 to main event night 1 with the visionary Seth freaking Rollins and the best in the world CM Punk. And he came up short getting pinned by Seth Rollins as Paul Heyman done him over. And Reigns was away for a while until the summer, of course July, returning to save the Usos and then tagging with Uso to fight Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed at SummerSlam. But since WrestleMania 40, Roman Reigns has not had one single title match since returning and of course losing the title. Which is something that is quite interesting, of course. We thought Reigns would be in the title picture more in 2025, but that was something we did not see. Of course, Reigns only had 8 matches in 2025, which was actually more than 2024 because of the absence, of course. But he didn't fight in any of their matches for a title. Not World Championship, not the Undisputed Championship, nothing. And we are still waiting on a rematch of Roman's Undisputed Championship against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. But Roman Reigns is mainly on Raw now, and the main title on Raw is the World Championship, which is held by the best in the world, CM Punk. And January 5th, CM Punk Bron Breakker fight for the World Championship in the main event, the 1-year anniversary of Raw Netflix. And there's a possibility that Bron Breakker could beat CM Punk. So there's all openings. I'm looking at the analysing this, and I'm looking at, I think Roman Reigns is going to declare himself for the 2026 Royal Rumble match for the 2nd year in a row, and this time he needs to win. Of course, last year, coming up short, getting eliminated by CM Punk after being so wrapped up in his mind about Seth freaking Rollins. Him and Rollins got eliminated by just going for each other too much, and then that cost him, of course, the match to try and get in that match at WrestleMania for his title, or he claims his Undisputed Championship. But this year could be different. Of course, with Seth Rollins away from his problems right now, and he's done with the vision for most of what he said. And of course, just 4 War Games in November, he said them titles, or one of them titles, would look really nice on my shoulder. He didn't say who it was. He didn't say what title. He just said one of them titles would look nice on my shoulder. So, I think he said far better on my shoulder. So Reigns was signifying that he's coming back for a championship gold. It's been too long as Roman Reigns about nothing, you know. He wants to be back on top of the game. And it possibly could be for the final time. So Reigns needs to look at his options. Roman Reigns must win this Royal Rumble if he wants to win a championship this year. Of course, Reigns needs to get a win at WrestleMania, having 2 WrestleMania losses in a row now, at WrestleMania 40 and WrestleMania 41. So WrestleMania 42, he must earn gold and must win if you look at it. Whatever gold it is, because Roman Reigns needs to be that villain, that Tribal Chief once again, and get back on top, and finally finish the OTC story and rebuild and get back to what he was, being on top of the game and at the head of the table. So if we were to say Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble 2026, you get 2 options. Of course, you can choose any championship. Option number 1, he stays on Monday Night Raw and chooses the World Heavyweight Champion, which could be something shocking to fans. Like I said, Bron Breakker and CM Punk face the Barclays Center in the 1-year anniversary of Raw Netflix. And whoever wins that is most likely going to walk into WrestleMania as our World Heavyweight Champion. And I think that will be Bron Breakker. I think CM Punk will lose that match and then go into the Royal Rumble, but just come up short, meaning CM Punk will not fight for a title at WrestleMania. Which means if Roman Reigns chooses the World Heavyweight Championship, I think we get the Battle of the Spear. Bron Breakker versus Roman Reigns for the first time for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of WrestleMania on whatever night. for the World Heavyweight Championship. A title that Roman Reigns had never got his hands on. Of course, being introduced in 2023 when Roman Reigns was still the undisputed Universal Champion, he never got around to getting near the title. But now he's hinted at possibly winning the title and taking it away from all his other competitors to finally be back on top. So maybe him winning this title is something fresh for a change. To maybe make that World Heavyweight Championship at a different level and possibly push it past the Undisputed Championship, making it the best title in the business, of course. So CM Punk and Bron Breakker have got to watch out, because if Roman Reigns does win this Rumble, they're in for a treat, and they've got someone lurking behind their backs, because there's always a possibility Roman Reigns chooses this title, because it could be something new for him, like I said. Of course, the Undisputed Championship, he kind of accomplished in a way. He made it what it is today, unifying two titles to make it gold and make it the prestige of what it's been, and taking that Universal title and rebuilding the WWE Championship, making it the Undisputed Championship, and making it the main title in the WWE once again, and forcing them having to make the World Heavyweight Championship. As Roman Reigns said a couple of years ago, he sees it as the number 2 championship, the championship that is not worthy to compete with his level. So it would be a bit weird if Roman Reigns did win this title. Of course, him slagging off the title back in early 2024, I don't know if it would make sense if he went for the championship now. He said it's a number 2 title, the number 2 bracket title, you know. And all the people that he beat in his 4-year title reign, or coming up 4-year title reign, they were all fighting for that World Heavyweight Championship because they couldn't beat him. So they were going for the loser bracket title. Sorry, the loser bracket title. So it would be debatable if Roman Reigns win this championship. It would make any sense, you know, if he was to make this a big win and end this off being like the final stage. Would it make any sense of him calling this the loser bracket title, then winning it to finish off his redemption story? I don't know, but there's always a possibility that we could see him fighting for this at WrestleMania 42. And of course, the second option is the option that most people want: the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, number 3, the finale for the Undisputed Championship. With it being tied at 1-1, with Roman Reigns defeating Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania 39, and a year later Cody Rhodes finishing his story to defeat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 to win the Undisputed Championship and end Roman Reigns' 3.5-year-long title reign, we never got to see Roman Reigns' rematch for the championship. So could we finally see it? If Roman Reigns wins the Rumble, of course, in January, could he pick Cody Rhodes as his competitor at WrestleMania? And this would definitely main event night 2, being the big match once again, because it would probably be the final ever time these two ever meet one-on-one in a squared circle, and even if they did, it'd probably be the last time for a championship, because Roman Reigns is getting on, he won't fight as much. And why would they have to do this match again, you know? This would be the third one, and this would be the end of the trilogy. It'd be the trilogy of all of them, you know? They're both at 1-1. Whoever wins the third one is the real winner of this whole rivalry. Oh, of course, we'll be coming up a 3-year-long rivalry between Cody Rhodes and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. So, there's a lot to describe, but I think they should go with this if Roman Reigns does win the Rumble, because if Roman Reigns was to defeat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, yes, Cody Rhodes suffers another WrestleMania loss, but Roman Reigns can win the Undisputed Championship, take it to another level, and if they do want to run it back, they do it at SummerSlam, and Cody Rhodes can beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam to win back the championship. You know, make Cody Rhodes a 3-time champion, and Roman Reigns can be another time WWE champion. You know, give him a couple of months reign with the championship, a couple of different defenses. The likes maybe do another Drew McIntyre match, maybe that's like a Jacob Fatu, and you could get him even a run back another Solo, and even just a younger talent, you know. But it'd probably only be like 3-4 defenses, even if Roman Reigns does win it towards SummerSlam, of course WrestleMania, but towards up to SummerSlam, it'd only be like 3-4 defenses. Because I don't think Roman Reigns, if he wins the championship again, whatever one it is, it won't be a long title reign. I think he will lose at SummerSlam next year. Whatever one it is, he will lose there and lose that at SummerSlam next year to a young competitor, I think, and that'll be Roman Reigns done with championships. I think after that might be his year done. I don't think he'll rest that much after that, because I think he'll just take a big break. You know, he would have been turn up most weeks for the championship, so I think it's just him take a break, you know, and then maybe he comes back for War Games later in the year. Who knows? We've still got a very long time away. But what do you lot think? Should Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble in 2026? I want him to, but that is WWE's choice, sorry. What is your opinion? Drop your comments down below, of course. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you little day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.